Welcome to StormWatch Today from your weather department. I'm ImpactWeather meteorologist Dave Gorham. Thanks for being here. It is Monday. Lauren has the day off. Now we've got two frontal systems to talk about. The first frontal system, it's a major springtime frontal system impacting almost the entire eastern half of the country. The second one beginning to take shape in the Pacific Northwest. We'll talk more about that by midweek. But the main frontal system, I wanted to show you what it looks like from the Great Lakes all the way down to Texas. In fact, through Houston here in just a couple of hours. But you can always judge a frontal system based on the isobars and how tightly packed or spaced those isobars are. These lines of equal pressure, these yellow lines, those are the isobars, and so you can see they're tightly packed from the plains to the mid-Atlantic, from the Gulf Coast all the way up to Canada. So some very gusty winds through this region, 25 to 35 mile per hour sustained, even without thunderstorms. Throw in the thunderstorms and we could be looking at some higher gusts. But those thunderstorms will be bringing us the potential of severe weather. This area of red throughout the region, isolated tornadoes are possible. Some very heavy rainfall indicated in green. Widespread amounts of 1 to 3 inches is possible. And this area, it wasn't all that long ago, just a couple of weeks, it's received so much rain already. And so the ground may not have recovered. Be on the lookout for the flash flooding. So the frequent lightning, large hail is certainly possible. The isolated tornadoes. And as we push into Tuesday, same thing right through this region. Florida Panhandle up into the mid-Atlantic states. Coastal regions especially, right along that frontal boundary, we could be looking at the isolated tornadoes. Hail, frequent lightning, the wind. Out to the west, speaking of wind, we're looking at our next frontal system. Notice we don't have anything indicated, but I think widespread windy conditions, 20 to 30 miles per hour, especially through that favored terrain, the mountains, the passes, the canyons. We could be looking at some very gusty conditions. In fact, by the time we hit Wednesday, we're starting to see the snow now with this next system. 8 to 12 inches in the higher elevations, certainly within the realm of possibility. With 3 to 5 inches in the lower elevations should be much more common, so do be aware of that. Plus the wind. Now we don't indicate any wind right through this region, but I think the wind is a good bet. 15 to 25 mile per hour wind with those higher gusts. And on the east coast as well, we're not showing any wind through this region, but do be aware of the potential for the wind along the east coast as that frontal system continues to push out into the western North Atlantic. Now we're not indicating any hazards Thursday and Friday. However, the wind all through this region I think should be considered. 25 mile per hour or higher sustained winds through this region from the plains to the Rockies down into the southwest. All through this region some very gusty conditions. In fact, that continues as we work our way into Tuesday and Saturday. This is our extended period. Some very gusty winds across from the Midwest back down into the plains all the way down into Texas and the Gulf Coast. Some very gusty conditions. So that's what we're looking at today, a major frontal system. Isolated tornadoes are possible. So we'll have more for you tomorrow. In fact, Lauren is back from vacation tomorrow, so she'll have your Storm Watch Today for you tomorrow. I'm ImpactWeather meteorologist Dave Gorham. Thanks for watching.